Hello and welcome to our video on investing in rare whiskies. If you're a fan of fine spirits and have an eye for a good investment, then this video is for you. In the following video, we'll explore the exciting world of whiskey investing and give you some tips and tricks on how to get started. So grab a glass of your favorite whiskey and let's dive in. Whiskey investing is the practice of buying and selling rare and collectible whiskies as an investment. Just like with any other asset, the value of a whiskey can fluctuate based on supply and demand, rarity, and other factors. Some people invest in whiskey as a hobby, while others see it as a way to diversify their investment portfolio. There are many types of whiskies to invest in, ranging from single malt Scotch to bourbon to Japanese whiskey. Some popular brands to consider include Macallan, Pappy Van Winkle, and Yamazaki. The value of a particular whiskey can depend on its age, rarity, and quality. For example, a rare 50-year-old single malt Scotch from a renowned distillery is likely to be worth more than a younger, more common whiskey from a lesser-known brand. So, where can you find the best whiskies to invest in? Scotland is known for producing some of the finest single malt Scotch in the world, with distilleries like Macallan and Glenlivet producing highly sought-after bottles. Japan has also emerged as a major player in the whiskey market in recent years, with brands like Suntory and Nikka producing highly rated and collectible whiskies. And of course, the United States is home to a number of renowned bourbon producers, such as Pappy Van Winkle and Buffalo Trace. Before you invest in a particular whiskey, it's important to do your research. Start by learning about the different types of whiskies and their histories. For example, single malt Scotch is made from malted barley and produced in Scotland, while bourbon is made from corn and produced in the United States. You should also learn about the different distilleries and brands, and their reputations for producing high-quality whiskies. There are many online resources available for researching whiskies, including whiskey review websites and forums, as well as books and magazines on the subject. Once you've done your research and have a good idea of the types of whiskies you want to invest in, it's time to start looking for bottles. There are many places to find rare whiskies, including online marketplaces, auctions, and specialty stores. Some popular online marketplaces for whiskey investing include Whiskey Auctioneer and the Whiskey Exchange. Auctions are a great place to find rare and collectible whiskies, but be prepared to pay a premium for them. Specialty stores, such as whiskey bars or shops, may also have a selection of rare whiskies for sale, although these can be hard to find and may be expensive. When assessing the value of a whiskey, there are several factors to consider. First, look at the age of the whiskey and how rare it is. Older and rarer whiskies tend to be worth more. You should also consider the brand and distillery, as well as the condition of the bottle and its packaging. If the bottle is in good condition and has its original packaging, it is likely to be worth more than a bottle that is damaged or missing its packaging. To get a more accurate idea of the value of a particular whiskey, it can be helpful to consult with a specialist or check prices on online marketplaces. Here are a few tips to keep in mind when investing in rare whiskies. Start small. It's best to start with a small investment and gradually build your collection as you learn more about the market. Do your research. As mentioned earlier, it's important to do your research and understand the different types of whiskies, their histories, and their value. Be patient, don't expect to see a quick return on your investment. Whiskey investing is a long-term game, so be patient and hold onto your bottles for at least a few years before considering selling. Diversify your portfolio, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Invest in a variety of whiskies from different brands and regions to spread out the risk. Store your bottles properly. Proper storage is key to preserving the value of your whiskey. Keep your bottles in a cool, dark place with minimal temperature fluctuations and away from direct sunlight. Like any investment, whiskey investing carries its own set of risks and rewards. On the plus side, whiskey has the potential for long-term appreciation, especially if you invest in rare and collectible bottles. However, there are also risks to consider. The value of a whiskey can fluctuate based on market conditions and the supply and demand for certain bottles. There is also the risk of fraud, as some unscrupulous sellers may try to pass off fake or inferior whiskies as rare and valuable. To minimize these risks, it's important to do your research, buy from reputable sources, and store your bottles properly. How does whiskey investing compare to other types of investments? In general, whiskey investing is considered a relatively safe and stable investment, with the potential for long-term appreciation. However, it's important to keep in mind that the value of a particular bottle can fluctuate based on market conditions and other factors. As with any investment, it's important to do your research and be aware of the risks involved. The world of whiskey investing has attracted its fair share of famous collectors. One notable example is actor Nicolas Cage, who has amassed a large collection of rare and collectible whiskies. Another is actor and comedian Bill Murray, who has been known to collect and invest in rare and valuable whiskies. These celebrities and others have helped to bring attention to the world of whiskey investing and have contributed to its growing popularity. The world of whiskey investing has seen its share of notable events and milestones. One of the most significant was the auction of the Macallan Fine and Rare 1926 bottle mentioned earlier, which set a record for the most expensive whiskey ever sold at auction. Other notable events include the sale of a bottle of Glenfiddich Janet Sheed Roberts Reserve 55-year-old for over $94,000 in 2015, and the sale of a bottle of Caruisa 1981 cask number 6221 for over $118,000 in 2016. These sales demonstrate the high demand and value of rare and collectible whiskies, and have helped to establish whiskey investing as a serious and lucrative hobby. Now let's take a look at some real-life examples of rare whiskey investments. Macallan Fine and Rare 1926, this bottle of single malt Scotch, produced by the Macallan Distillery, is considered one of the most valuable whiskies in the world. In 2019, it was auctioned off for a staggering $1.9 million. Pappy Van Winkle's Family Reserve, this bourbon, produced by the Old Rip Van Winkle Distillery, is known for its rarity and high quality. A bottle of the 20-year-old variety can sell for thousands of dollars. Yamazaki 50-year-old Single Malt, this rare Japanese whiskey, produced by the Suntory Distillery, is aged for 50 years and is considered one of the finest whiskies in the world. A bottle sold at auction for $343,000 in 2020. Glenfiddich Janet Sheed Roberts Reserve 55-year-old, this rare single malt Scotch, produced by the Glenfiddich Distillery, is aged for 55 years and is named after Janet Sheed Roberts, the oldest living descendant of Glenfiddich founder William Grant. Only 11 bottles of this whiskey were produced, making it extremely rare and valuable. Redbreast 21-year-old single pot still Irish whiskey, this rare Irish whiskey, produced by the Middleton Distillery, is aged for 21 years and is known for its rich, fruity flavor. A bottle can sell for hundreds of dollars. Caruisa 1981 cask number 6221, this rare Japanese whiskey, produced by the Caruisa Distillery, is aged for 30 years and is considered one of the finest Japanese whiskies ever made. A bottle sold at auction for over $100,000 in 2018. In conclusion, investing in rare whiskies can be a rewarding hobby for those who love fine spirits and are willing to do their research and be patient. While it's not without risk, the potential for long-term appreciation makes it an attractive option for those looking to diversify their investment portfolio. Just remember to do your homework, store your bottles properly, and diversify your portfolio to minimize risk. Thanks for watching our video on investing in rare whiskies. We hope you found it informative and inspiring. Happy investing!